Every single one of us that's sitting in these seats came through that degree of the one another. And what I'm saying to ye who are all gods is that the Father and the Son is one and the same. And when Allah realized, right, that he was Allah in the flesh of his being, right? Because it's important when you add in the flesh of his being. Because then he understood the responsibility that God could never die again, and he had to remove and embrace any thought of a mystery God and make sure that even when they came for his flesh, that God would never die, because ye are all gods, and Allah can't die. Why? Because of us. We are the gods. We are God in the name of Allah. Allah was God in the name of Allah. You understand the difference? So from Allah, God, we got the supreme knowledge of ourselves that allowed us to become, like I said, my name is born King Allah. It's 8 letters before I get to Allah. Right? So I'm born King Allah. 8 letters before I get to my Father. But the significance of getting to my Father is that now, as the Son of Man, I cannot be fooled. I cannot be used. I cannot be abused. I cannot be stopped. You can't stall me out. You can't stop. You know I'm so happy to be here today. The reason why I'm saying this thing, the order that I'm saying is because y'all need to get. I'm so excited to see y'all. I love y'all so much. No, I love y'all so much. You know, and sometimes it hurts me that I can't be here as much as I used to, you know, because I used to build at the Fort Greene Park. I used to build at Mount Mars. I used to build Rochdale Village. Whenever there was a build for a parliament, I was there. Because I understood that born king is not a local God, born king is a universal God. You see, you gotta be careful when you say my name. Because I'm like, what's that guy? When y'all don't see that movie, they say, don't say his name! You a king! Oh, Candyman. That's a movie, right? But you gotta be careful when you say my name. See, because you can't use my name in vain. I'm not gonna let you do it. Because I'm the builder who is. Yeah. Check my work. I put work in, man. On all levels for this right here. And I'm continuing to do so. I can stop. I'm a little older. I'm a little wiser. But let me show you something. And I really want you to understand this. We are defined by the knowledge degree. We who are the gods are defined by the knowledge degree. Muslims are defined by his own self, the righteous Muslim, which is the knowledge degree, but it's the knowledge culture degree in the 1 in 36. The 85% are defined by the knowledge degree, but the knowledge culture degree in the 1 in 4. Right? The devil, the rich slave makers of the poor, he is defined by the knowledge degree, but the knowledge degree combined with the power degree, when who is the 10%? The rich slave makers of the poor teach the poor lies to believe what? That the Almighty true living God is a smooth God. Who cannot be seen by the physical eye, otherwise known as blood sucker.
Somebody with a LVG, I think this is the R0505. Somebody hit your car, y'all. If you're in here, go check it.
Okay, so let me explain this to y'all. Oh my gosh, I know which car it is. Let me tell you, now hold on. I want y'all to understand 2 things. Who you are is not what you are. Did y'all hear what I said?
Yes, sir.
Who you are is not what you are. Right? So just like we all have honest things, right? And we all got righteous things, right?
You say,
so does he say, see, because when we was first born, when the Lord raised us from the dead and removed the fools from the ignorance out of our heads, right? We became a 5% on the rise. That's what we became. Right? And the world recognized that the foundational youth movement in the time era of gangs in the 1970s, that the foundational youth movement that was founded in peace was the 5%. Right? Is that true? I'm talking about from 64, right? From 64, right, to 69. When people spoke about the 5%, they didn't speak about us like we was a youth gang or an organization. They said, those are God! Right? But then, what a lot of us forgot, a lot of us, well, some of us who were there and loved the Lord and was able to share that space and time with Him from the time that he came home from Babylon to the time when they came for his flesh, they received some knowledge that other brothers who wasn't around didn't receive. When the Lord had spoken about how we are the nation of God's grace. But that didn't mean that we were no longer 5%. It's just like we had names that sounded like they were Muslim names. What did God tell us to do in 67? He said, change Muslim names. And it wasn't just that our physical names individually sounded like Muslims. Everybody thought we were Muslims because who is the 5% is the 16th degree and the 1/4. So how did we differentiate ourselves? Because the knowledge of equality tells you, right, that we are pro-righteous seeds of the planet Earth, do not believe in the teaching of the 10% who all wise and know who the true living God is, who teach that the true living God is the Son of Man, to bring the black information, teach freedom, justice, and equality to all living families of the planet Earth. But the knowledge degree only defined who we were. The knowledge equality degree defined what we were at that particular time. When the Lord came home in 67, he saw Hashim. What did he see? He saw that one of his sons had became a what? Father. So then he knew that the father and the son was one and the same because he saw the growth. Not just mentally, but he saw that growth physically. So he told the gods, and he told his children, he told his women, say, you the earth that is earth. Look at that young God that just came through your home after 270 days. You know, because when the Nile Sea party, when the black man took the journey into the center of the earth, and he planted down her explosion, right? And then, you know what I'm saying, into the darkness of the uterine canal, right? The life seed that we carry. Who carries the life seed? Are y'all confused? No. Who carries the life seed in their body? God carries. Why? Because we the two-headed man. Does everybody disagree?
No.
Does everybody understand why we are the two-headed man?
Yeah. I do.
Okay, because we got two heads. This head right here, we give life through sound. We have another head. That's between our legs. This head is between our arms. But we have another head between our legs. But it serves the purpose to be the conduit for our life seed to transform from the gas of thought into the living liquid to become the combination of gases, liquids, and solids. And while it is in the darkness of the uterine canal, it finds its first earth, which is the egg. It claims it, it owns it, and unless it wants a twin, no other can come inside. And then for that 9 months, she bears that life from that one day to the 270th day, which is again the 1 to 9. That's 1 month to 9 months. Then there's a flood. What is the flood significance? The flood is the coming of new life onto the planet. That is the water breaking. When the water breaks, that's the great flood. I get that a lot of people really are not understanding the reality of being the true living God in the flesh of your being. But that the life force that we have is the life force that we give, which makes us the forever people with no beginning or ending. See, when these lessons say these things, you have to understand why. And if you read the 5% newspaper, you'll find out why. And it's available at the table back there. But what I really want y'all to see, and what I really want y'all to understand, is that we, as the true living God, have a responsibility to these babies. Now, the responsibilities we have to these babies is to make these things which could ordinarily be boring, be exciting. Because when I was a young God, I came early and I stayed late. I had brothers that was firebrooms. And when they spoke, I felt it. It was like electricity running through my body. And so I said to myself, I have to go home and I have to study. Because in order for me to be as intelligent as that man that I was a witness to, because I don't bear witness. I don't know how many of you guys can bear witness. I'm the eyewitness. It's the difference. My woman bears witness. But she bears. I'm the I and the I. I'm the I self, the law, master. So I'm the eyewitness, and as I was the eyewitness to my brother's ability to take this knowledge and make it born, I said I wanted it for myself, but I couldn't get it through osmosis. I couldn't get it just from sitting in that chair. I had to go home to study and dedicate myself to making this the work that I do for the rest of my life. So when I talk about the work that I do, I really want to know because at the end of the day, I want y'all to understand and give yourself credit for the work that you've done as a nation of people who came up by our own bootstraps. We lifted ourselves up out of the soil. We got some of the greatest artists, some of the greatest musicians. We have some of the greatest electricians. We have some of the greatest authors. Right? You see this book? How many people read this book? You know who wrote this book?
You did.
I did. But you know why I wrote this book, God's Nerve? I didn't write the book for money. I wrote the book so that my brothers who were trapped in an unmentionable situation, suffering in the belly of the beast, could find freedom and relief. And so what I made sure my purpose was to be able to free this culture behind the bars, walls, and fences of America's institution. Right? Because America has declared that our beautiful nation is some kind of group, gang, or organization that they need to crush under their foot. But what I let them know is you ain't doing nothing here. You understand? And that the true living God will stand up. I don't care if you want me to come into that federal courthouse and get in front of that Supreme Court judge, you want me to face off with the Attorney General, I do it. And I win. Because I'm not a loser. And I'm not a loser because I'm a winner. You understand? And I'm a winner because, see, I got the knowledge. See, Allah said killer of religion. So I don't get where people will come in with religion. God, if you have a case and you use the R word, I reject your case.
Tell the truth, boy.
And see, because what I did for legal purposes is define this nation as a God-centered culture. Because I already understood that the culture is our God. And we already understand that everything we do is centered in the knowledge of God and the reality of God. And so what I did was, almost 20 years ago, to set up the National Office of Social Affairs. And it's called NOFA. And what I did is that when Intelligent Tariq won his case, I met with the Department of Corrections in New York. We had an emergency meeting with the law school in Mecca. Dumont, Lawley, everybody was on my board. I made Sergeant Justice, right? I made him the head of NOFA, and I just took the prison policy because I didn't create it for self-aggrandizement. I created the institution because as a nation, act an institution that made you a nation. You can't just say you're a nation. You must be able to operate as a nation. And in order to operate as a nation, you have to create national institutions. So no one's just one. Right? And so for the past 20 years, we freed the nation in 16 different states, 17 states. You understand what I'm saying? And now the government, they get to celebrate the Father's Day. They get to celebrate their holiday, right, God? They get to celebrate the Father's Day. They get to celebrate Sean Cruz. They get to celebrate day one. Not day one, before we day one, that's the last one we kind of did. We gave them a family day. So that their life and man can kind of mirror our life out here. And so, you know, it wasn't easy. I had opposition. I found opposition internally. But I pushed forward, like I said. But that was just one of the reasons. For the last 20 years, I've been a writer for Fox. And I've been a writer, not for money, because I don't receive a salary, I don't get paid. When I created the institution, I don't receive a salary, I don't get paid. Because I'm the one that does the work. And I keep working and money separate. So at the end of the day, right, I have no limitation because at the end of the day, what I want y'all to be proud of is the fact that whether you know it or not, this nation, you know what I'm saying, has ownership of property. We have professional people. We have my brother Joshua Mel, who is very prominent, you know what I'm saying, and what he's doing, and I'll let him share that if you want to share it. You know what I'm saying? But he has a way in which he can interview different people from all walks of life and to be seen and heard. We have different people here. We got Beloved back there, right? Who I've known forever. He's got a whole mechanical engineering success stories within this nation. And I want y'all to understand, don't let nobody play you for cheap. Don't nobody tell you we ain't builders, we've been building. You understand what I'm saying? And what I come to do today is to bring this nation together, regardless to the thought of idea, right? Because I just want y'all to know. All of us know each other because we got history in this nation that's written in stone. How many people got knowledge in the 80s? How many people got knowledge in the 90s? How many people got knowledge in the 2000s? How many people got knowledge after COVID? So everybody in here had knowledge before COVID? Did everybody in here have knowledge? Okay, so everybody had knowledge before COVID, right? Yeah. So that means that somebody knew you before COVID, right? You got history, right? There's no mystery, God, right? So a man with no history, is he a mystery?
Yes. The mystery in yourself.
Right? I'm just saying, let's ask. You got history? I know you. Do I got history? How many of y'all know me?
Truth I master quality, God.
Okay. What I'm saying is, if you ain't got no history, then I don't set no history. Listen.
Oh, thank you so much.
If there's an agent in here, raise your hand. Come on, don't be shy. No. It's okay. If you're an agent and you've been sent, don't worry, we're not going to be angry at you or anything. Just raise your hand. If they sent you here to see what we do or to slow our progress, then just raise your hand. Okay, so nobody's raising their hand? Let me tell you something, man. Don't play God. Don't play God. Because we do this for them. And I'm pointing to that baby. Don't misconstrue. We're not allowing nobody to come in here and play with this man. See, this is why the knowledge degrees, the knowledge wisdom, the knowledge understanding, knowledge culture, knowledge all the way to knowledge born. That's what we're going to. Because you see, God, we protect this nation, right, bro? From all enemies, whether they foreign or domestic. Nobody. If you ain't qualified to have your finger on the power and control of the economics of this nation, boy, you don't step down. Because if you ain't qualified, if you ain't got no history, what qualifies you? Because you talking today. Where was you yesterday? Why nobody know you yesterday? If you know me from yesterday, then you know I am nothing if I ain't consistent. History is the proof that you're here for a reason, not for a season. I'm saying, don't disturb. Especially if you're not an agent, you ain't got no reason. If your ears ain't burning right now, good. You want to good ones. But if your ears are burning, it's because you know, oh, they on me. They don't put on to me. You know, Steve Copeland used to all the time, because when you start revealing the devil, see, God is in the flesh of his being, right? The devil ain't. What did he just do? Look at the black devils that killed that black man and now they're running his death. Him getting beat to death. It's on the end of the street like a snuff film. And every day our young sons and daughters is watching a man that look like them get beat to death. And it's on MSNBC, CNN, it's on your local news station. How come the death of the black man is shown with no shame? Don't y'all feel some kind of way? If y'all don't feel that, then let me know.
They don't feel
But
it.
I feel it.
They don't feel it.
Because at the end of the day, we are forever people. And our life is a life that everybody is really dependent on. I want to get you unite the seeds. Because in this nation, God taught us about uniting the seeds, and we thought it was only about the black, the brown, and the yellow. But remember when our own brother came over here and found out that we was over here, that we had been kidnapped from home 400 years ago, and they found out we was over here? Do you know that in 2019, that Ghana, which is the place that a lot of our ancestors who became kidnapped victims and made slaves over were taken from Ghana. Did you know that in 2019, Ghana made an announcement to all black Americans? Do you know what the announcement was?
Yes.
Okay, so for those of you who know, let me share this with those who don't.
Okay.
In 2019, Ghana said to black Americans, there is a right to return. You were kidnapped from our homeland. We're very sorry we didn't come to your rescue early. But now, in 2019, we are offering you the right to return. You can now receive dual citizenship with your homeland. That is the uniting of the city. But what happened? The white man shut the whole world down in 2019. What happened in 2019? What did they call it? COVID what? So soon as our people make the knowledge born that we got the right to return home, the devil say, oh no you don't. COVID-19 shut the world down. I'm the devil. I shut the world down. Shut the world down. Can't move. Can't go nowhere. Can't get on the plane. And I'm going to stick you with this poison. Right? I'm going to stick you with this poison. We're going to be like no seed. Because they know, because the black seed is a foundational seed. You understand, Father Turner? Right? So they already know that the essence of existence exists within us. Because we the forever people. And that's why we the ones that they kill on us. That's why, do you know that we the only people on the planet in America that the government gives permission to their government officers to murder anyone? It's called qualified immunity. How do y'all do that? The police have qualified immunity to murder you. So, listen, God's verse. When I say you, that means you, me, my daughter, my sons, my grandsons, my granddaughters. What we gonna do about it? What have you done about it? Huh? Say something wrong that the Jews don't like. Every station is on high alert. Y'all condemn Kanye, but oh my gosh, he said death not life. The whole world went crazy. They killed the black man, the world is silent. The only ones that seem to care when we get murdered is us. But if somebody offends another ethnic group,